Jason is next in Bristow, Virginia. Hey, Jason, welcome to the EntreLeadership Podcast.
Thanks, Dave, and just want to say it's an honor to speak with to an absolute legend, and I want to thank you and the other Ramsey personalities for definitely transforming my life. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. You're a legend. You did it, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much. So a little background, I work full-time in cybersecurity, and because hard work is my favorite high, I decided that I wanted to do a side lawn care, like kind of tasking thing. And I ended up enjoying it so much that I created my own side business back in September.
Wow.
And I've actually been getting a lot of, clientele and everything. And my question for you today is, a lot of these jobs I like to just kind of do on my own. But some of them can get kind of like, bigger. And as I get more clients, I am getting a lot more clients. I've started to kind of wonder, do I need help? Do I need to get, my first employee or something like that? The only issue is that I don't know the first thing about hiring an employee or what to look for, the legality, because I'm kind of building this plane as I'm flying it. And so I just wanted your 30 plus years of expertise to kind of tell me what I need to look for in a seasonal lawn care job where I might not need an employee on every job, but on just the biggest jobs, and like the legality, all of that stuff. So I would love your feedback.
Well, the legality is it's perfectly legal to hire people. I mean, it's certainly allowed to do that. If they are not self-employed, and they wouldn't be, they'd be employed by you, then they're not a 1099 employee. They're a W-2 employee, so you're going to withhold taxes. It's not the end of the world. It's a calculation that can be done. You can get with one of our tax ELPs, and they can help you set up a system to do the withholding. And you file your taxes and make the deposits on the withholding, and you just have to do all that on time. They're 941s, they're called. And so that's just a paperwork thing you've got to learn to do, but it's not the end of the world. I think the bigger challenge for you is actually getting a quality person that wants to do lawn care on a part-term basis.
Yeah, that's absolutely
dependable.
True.
That's dependable.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you competing with? Well, other part-time jobs that they could do is what you're competing with. They can jump in an Uber and turn their phone on, turn their phone off, and Uber or not Uber, and work when they want to work, and it's not hot, and there's no grass flying in their face, and only air conditioning, and they can make a certain amount of money doing that. You're competing with that. So you've got to have an experience and a pay structure that makes you not want to do Uber and instead ride the lawnmower, right?
Right, absolutely.
So you kind of got to think that through. Think it through from their moccasins. If you walk around in their shoes for a little bit, walk a mile in their moccasins, the person you're getting ready to hire, what would make you want to do this? If it was me, it might be that I got to share in the profits of those particular jobs. Like, hey, I got these jobs, and I'll split them with you 60-40 if you'll go do the cut. And is
that, I'm sorry, I was just going to say, if that's like a one-time job or something like that, is that just I pay them out of pocket and I say, here's what we agreed upon, or is that kind of how that goes?
No, it would be that they did it every month and every 2 weeks or every 10 days or whenever you cut the grass.
Okay.
Like, I've got this job and it pays, what's one of those big jobs pay? Give me an example.
So let's say we have like an acre of leaves, right? And let me just throw a number out there, like $400 or $500 or something like that.
Okay, that's leaves.
Like
that is a one-time or a three-time or something like that, right?
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about, you're talking about cutting the grass, right?
Yeah, well, I can mostly cut the grass, but I guess I am talking, I'm sorry, I didn't clarify that.
You're talking about one-off jobs, not ongoing.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay, that you might be able to get away with 1099 and some one-offs. Just cash pay them and just say, and that's as simple as, hey, come over and work for me for 4 hours and it's going to be $100.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay you $30 an hour for,
right.
and we can knock this out together and, and then you get paid $500 or whatever it is, right? I would overpay per hour dramatically to get the person to show up and because it's a very small amount of money total.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But
Especially for leaves. They are just the worst.
yeah, yeah. I can imagine. Dude. Well, yeah, that's what you got to do. You kind of got to, again, the best way to think about how to position any of you guys out there, gals out there that are hiring, the best way to position it and to figure out how to talk to someone about coming on your team is to say, I'm going to think like them. Okay. If I was a programmer, if I was a developer, what would make me want to go to work for Ramsey versus somebody else? Well, most programmers work 80 hours a week. At Ramsey, we go home at 5. You see your kids at night. It's a novel idea. We don't work you 80 hours a week. You have a life, and you get paid the same. Wow. That's a lot more per hour. A lot better environment. And I'm programming on something that matters.